staples within this UCLA program under Coach Close, so they know this system inside and out. On the Illinois side, you have head coach Shauna Green, who lost a bulk of her seniors last year, given the opportunity this year for freshmen like Destiny Jackson and Ciara Parchment to step up in these big games. Head coach Shauna Green said that today is an opportunity for her Illini. And with that, let's take it to the starting lineups. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Ella. And here are those starting lineups. Gretchen Dolan once again out for Illinois for a 4th consecutive game. And Cooper, how about this for an experience difference? The starting 5 you see for UCLA, a combined 616 career games. For the Illinois 5 that you see, 202. And one of them, Letty Vasconcelos, is making her first career start in this game. She's already 6 wins away from becoming the 2nd all-time winningest coach in Illinois history. We are underway, and UCLA with a turnover on their first possession. Something Corey Close talked about, that they're turning it over too much, but luckily for them, they've been dead ball turnovers like we just saw.
Yeah, and that's something that she says that they need to clean up before they get to those single elimination tournaments down the stretch of the season.
So Illinois with the basketball for the first time. Freshman Destiny Jackson running the point. Now here's Parchment. Neepkins guarding her. Spins, fades, and hits. Ciara Parchment picks up where she left off.
Been seeing a lot of Ciara Parchment lately for the Illini. We mentioned it in the open, 25 points just a night ago. She needs to have another big night here.
Betts spinning against Vasconcelos, and she misses. And Vasconcelos did a pretty good job there. Betts caught that one about 12 feet from the basket. In transition, Barry Wallace couldn't score the reverse lay-in, but it's out of bounds to the Illini.
And you need to see a lot of strong defensive possessions from Vasconcelos if you're an Illini fan. It's really important that you're able to have your bigs wall up against Betts instead of attracting double teams.
Jackson gets the ball inbounds. The quick shot missed from the baseline, but Wallace gets her own rebound, attacks the rim, and draws a foul.
And that's exactly the type of player that Barry Wallace is. One of her main characteristics is how hard she tries and scrambles after loose balls. A good job hustling after her own miss right there.
So an early foul on Lauren Betts. Barry Wallace, who is grabbing 7 rebounds a game. She's 4th in the Big Ten in shooting. Scoring, I should say, 19.8 points per game. And even without that free throw going, she's made the most free throws in the Big Ten. 83 free throws, shooting 87%. And Illinois, tremendous free throw shooting team yet again this season, leading the Big Ten for the 3rd straight year in free throw percentage.
And we can talk all night long about what Shauna Green appreciates in teams. It's defense, it's getting to the free throw line.
That's good for Gianna Neepkins. Neepkins, grad student from Duluth, Minnesota. Transfer from Utah, where she played 104 games for the Utes. Jackson with Rice on her. Wallace off the Vasconcelos screen, has Betts switched out onto her. Bit of a mismatch down low now. Vasconcelos gets the bounce. The transfer from Baylor a couple of years ago, making her first start, has the bucket.
Good pass right there, finding the mismatch on the switch, and obviously good job right there by Vasconcelos finishing it down low.
Now Betts gets deeper position, off the window, too strong, and Vasconcelos the rebound.
Uncharacteristic miss right there by Betts. When she gets down low like that, usually a good chance that she'll convert.
First turnover, though, for Illinois. 5-2 Illini. Less than 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Angela Dugalich will check in, a grad student in her 4th season at UCLA after beginning her career at Oregon. This is her 100th career game today, Dugalich.
Very impressive, and she's averaging career best right now in both points and rebounds while coming off the bench. Definitely a candidate for 6th player of the year.
Betts from 16 feet hits it. At 16 points on 7 of 11 shooting. 5 rebounds, 6 assists against Northwestern. An 80-46 win for the Bruins over the weekend, as they have won 3 straight games by 30 or more points coming into this one. 5-4 Illinois. Wallace misses from 15. Vasconcelos had the putback attempt. And they're going to have a rebounding foul, I believe, on Parchment.
Yeah, and that's a tough break right there for Parchment. There's not really much she can do right there. With the height of Betts, she's able to just reach up and snatch that ball from under her, or over her, excuse me.
7:31 remaining here in the first quarter, and it's 5-4 Illinois. Jasmine Brown Hager remains in the game. He's had a substitution for Illinois a moment ago. Into the front court comes Wallace. And trying to dump it off for that substitution, Haven Smith, but she can't corral it, and an Illinois turnover.
That's a rough first possession right there for Haven Smith coming in. Still expect to see her get a solid amount of play time because you're going to need as many bigs as you have on that bench against Betts.
3 minutes gone by, 5-4 Illinois. Betts with Haven Smith watching her. Rice trying to get away from Brown. Hager takes her down low. Too strong off the window, and Wallace had inside position on Betts, able to get the rebound.
Great defense right there by Brown Hager, able to stick with her matchup all throughout that possession.
Jackson. It's picked up by Ledger Walker. Former Washington State Cougar, the all-time leading scorer in Washington State history, now a UCLA Bruin. Parchment keeps that pivot. Turnaround is no good, and snaring the rebound is Ledger Walker. Dugalich swings it for Neepkins. Betts spins to the front of the rim, got fouled, and a chance for three for Lauren Betts.
Yeah, and that's probably the most impressive part of Betts' game. No matter how many players are down there with her in the post, she's still going to finish over all of them a good chunk of the time.
Haven Smith will pick up the foul. And UCLA has its first lead at 6-5. And Betts to the line where she's 65% this season. Spins out. And they get a lane violation on Illinois. So Betts will get a second chance. Here comes Maddie Weber for Shauna Green's team. Weber, who started a game a couple of games ago against Northwestern, then asked to come back off the bench again, where she's one of just 6 Power 4 players that are averaging 11.3 or more points per game with 1 start or fewer, and that's exactly where she is.
Yeah, and if you're finding that type of success coming off the bench, I don't really blame her for wanting to continue staying in that role. She's been a real spark plug for Illinois this year.
And Betts takes advantage of the second opportunity. Now here comes Weber officially. So 5 points for Betts. And now Sienna Betts will come in for Lauren.
16, Sienna Betts.
And I know we have it slated to talk about this later, but I'll tease it again right now. At halftime, Ella Peterson will have a great sit down with the Betts sisters. So stay tuned during halftime today for that. Maddie Weber up top for Parchment. Jackson gets Dugalich switched on her. Wallace into the paint, fading away to the right there, misses it off the iron. Offensive rebound though for Illinois. It's their 4th offensive rebound already. And how about a 5th offensive rebound?
So important if you're a team looking to pull off a big-time upset. If you're able to haul in offensive boards and give your offense second chances, that's huge.
Only have 1 second chance point so far, and that'll end up being a 3rd turnover for the Illini.
And that's exactly what you don't want to do if you're looking to pull off an upset like that. Unforced turnovers are going to be a killer.
Aaliyah Guyton comes in. A sophomore from Peoria, transferred from Iowa. Started the last 2 games, but she was out of the lineup. The 5'7" guard and the 6'7" Vasconcelos got the start today for, I guess you'd say, obvious reasons with the big front line that UCLA has. Neepkins into the paint, got bumped, and a chance for 3 for Gianna Neepkins.
Yeah, and that's a good take right there. Definitely looked like Aaliyah Guyton, the defender for Illinois, just got like a little too physical on that one while she was going up for the shot right there.
So 5-point Bruin lead, and Neepkins A great quote about Neepkins from head coach Corey Close. There's a couple of games that Neepkins has struggled this year. She said, you know, she doesn't mind. She came here to celebrate with the other players when they do well and really celebrates when her teammates have strong games. But she's a player that could score 20-plus points, and she scored 15 or more 10 times this year.
I think that's something that's really admirable about this UCLA squad. Coach talked about it with us pregame that a lot of these players could be #1 options on a ton of teams at the D1 level, but choose to come together as a great collective unit at UCLA.
Wallace's three was halfway down. Rice. It's picked up by Weber. Now Jaquez crosses over, spins, taking all the way to the hoop, taking Jackson and scoring.
Jaquez is one of those players that really could average 20 points a night if she really wanted to. Over her past 3 games, she's averaged 22 points on 80% shooting.
She had 25 against Purdue. She scored 23 of them in the second half.
Pretty impressive.
UCLA now an 11-0 run, or make that a 10-0 run. And that'll be a rebounding foul on the Illini.
UCLA, it's going to come down to forcing Illinois to take tough twos instead of wide open threes as well.
A whistle away from the ball, another Illinois foul, and that's going to be free throws.
Illinois, number 1, Aaliyah
Guyton, her second. So Brown Hager will come in for her. And 2 free throws
shooting 2
for Jaquez. 89% free throw shooter. Already field goal today, and now 3 points on the evening. So a 12-0 run now. After Illinois had a 5-2 lead, it's 14-5 Bruins, 3:45 to go in the first quarter. Wallace with Jaquez on her. Weber comes to get it. Good reverse back to 3 for Wallace.
It was a great sequence right there by that Illini offense. Barry Wallace knew exactly what she needed to do to get that wide open 3.
Able to stop the 12-0 run and make it a 6-point game now. They double Jaquez. Dugalich swings it for Neepkins. Ledger Walker down low for Sienna Betts with the finish with the left hand.
Just a freshman is Sienna Betts, but she has a lot of touch around the rim.
And according to her head coach, Corey Close, the Betts sisters couldn't be any more different than one another. And looking forward to that halftime conversation that they had with Ella. Parchment will skip it to the corner. Weber in the lane. Got it to go. 16-10 UCLA.
That's a tough take right there from Maddie Weber. Doesn't matter if there's a hand in her face, she will still let it fly.
2:35 to go in the first quarter. Sienna Betts again got Parchment in the air. And back-to-back buckets for Sienna.
That was a tough defensive possession for Parchment. If you're going against a very accomplished post player down there, really important that you keep both feet on the ground.
2:20 to go in the first quarter, 18-10 UCLA. We apologize for the graphic issues we're having on the screen. As there's a turnover for Illinois, their 4th. Transition ahead, Ledger Walker. Betts and Weber almost knocked it away from Neepkins. Baseline cut, and they call a foul. Jaquez was grabbed.
A lot of off-ball fouls so far here tonight for the Illini on defense. Definitely something that I would imagine Coach Green is going to want her team to clean up.
And you can see it right there. Brown Hager had that arm outstretched across the stomach of Jaquez as she was cutting towards the hoop. Not the most egregious foul, but certainly there to be called. And Jaquez, who already made a couple of free throws, back there.
That's a miss, which means it's almost McNugget time.
And for the first time today, the Betts sisters are playing together as Lauren's back in. Jaquez, Neepkins, and Ledger Walker, the others on the floor.
And with both Betts sisters playing at the same time, Coach Close told us that it kind of seems like they have a sort of sixth sense when playing with one another.
19-10 UCLA, 1:50 to go in the first quarter. Vasconcelos back in. Dribbles and hands off to Wallace. Wallace doubled. Shot clock at 7. Brown Hager with it. And she draws a foul on Neepkins. It'll be Illinois' or UCLA's second foul so far.
Didn't seem like right away that Neepkins was happy with that call, but it did seem to me like there was definitely some contact there.
Number 1, Kiki Rice. Returning for Illinois, number 30, Ciara Parchment.
UCLA 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Illinois 4 of 13. They have 5 offensive rebounds, the Illini do, but they've turned it over 4 times. Brown Hager gets by Sienna Betts, met by Lauren Betts, and got fouled. And Lauren, a slam, and they're going to call a technical foul on her for that slam of the ball. But the officials are maybe reconsidering. As to me, it looked like Lauren was just slamming the ball in frustration down to herself, and she just slammed it too hard and it got away from her, but it went right to the official. Clearly a foul.
Yeah, I got to agree with you, Scott.
It's her second.
It did look like it just kind of slipped out of her hands after the initial frustration. No ill intent or anything like that.
So Betts is getting a second personal and a technical foul, and I believe that'll mean she'll have 3 personal fouls now. There it is. It really wasn't egregious. I think if she just catches it off the bounce that she made herself, no technical is called, but the ball then ricocheted right to an official, although who caught it without problem.
I can't understand where the officials are coming from when you see her throw that ball down with such frustration. 100% something that the Illini are going to want to look to capitalize on right here.
All right, so Brown Hager, technical free throw, no good. So Betts got the personal. They haven't put the technical foul up on the stat monitor, but it should be a 3rd personal foul. So those are the technical shots. And then Barry Wallace was the one fouled. Here's a wider look at what happened. She just slammed down in frustration, and it looked like a perfect pass right to one of our officials. But you can see the official right here coming into your screen calling the technical. Now Illinois will get the ball as well after all this.
Definitely could see this end up being a major momentum shift if Illinois is able to continue capitalizing.
So officially, Betts now has 3 personal fouls. Illinois makes 3 of the 4 free throws, and they get the ball. So if they knock down a 3-pointer here, it would be a 6-point possession for the Illini.
That would be huge, and it goes without saying that this is a major defensive possession right here for the Bruins.
And we might not see Lauren Betts until the 3rd quarter, and we still have 1:25 to go in the first. Wallace. Got to bounce it to the baseline. She does. Parchment turns, fires, can't get it to go. Rebound, Jaquez. She'll bring it up. Gets it down low for Dugalich. Reverses it up and in. Pretty move by Angela Dugalich.
Super impressive from this Bruins lineup that they have out there. They have Rice, they have Jaquez, and they have Charlize Walker, Ledger, who can all distribute the ball and pass very well.
See what Dugalich did there down low. She can also knock down the 3, as can Maddie Weber. Her 36th made 3-pointer this year, shooting 44% from downtown.
Just like we were talking about earlier, that spark plug that often comes in handy for Illinois off the bench. Big-time shot right there for Maddie Weber.
Dugalich can't answer. Kiki Rice gets the rebound. Rice, who averages almost 7 rebounds a game. That pinball's out for Sienna Betts. Out of bounds, though, off of Illinois. It'll be Bruins basketball, shot clock off with 19.9 to go.
I think that's a really good offensive possession for the Bruins. It didn't end in points, but they're still showing that they're willing to fight for these rebounds, even without Lauren Betts out there on the floor.
Dugalich hands off Rice. Steps through, floats it up, no good. Loose ball foul, Illinois, as getting knocked to the floor is Amanda Muse. A redshirt sophomore from Brentwood, California, who plays about 12 minutes a game. Second foul on Brown-Hager.
Didn't quite see where the contact came into play, but of course, when Muse hit the floor, definitely attracted a lot of attention from the officials, so it makes sense why there would be a call there.
Muse is 16 of 14 at the line this season, and looked better than a 43% free throw shooter on that first one. Her older sister Abby played at Boise State up until this past season, from 2020 through 2025, as she goes 2 for 2 at the charity stripe. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Jackson with 5 seconds. They're trying to get to the hoop. Throws one up, bounces out. Vasconcelos the putback, no. Illinois, though, ends the first quarter with 6 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, and that's super important for any sport, any program. If you're able to recruit the best players within your own state, especially when you have a metro area like Chicago feeding in, that is going to be huge for your program.
And Destiny Jackson gets to the hoop and has her first bucket out of Whitney Young Magnet High School in Chicago.
She is so crafty with the basketball in her hands. She was able to just cut and get straight to the hoop right there. Really nice move.
And that's a turnover forced by Maddie Weber, UCLA's second turnover of the game so far. And if you're just joining us, Lauren Betts in the first quarter on her second personal foul reacted with a slam of the basketball and picked up a technical foul. So she's on the bench with 3 fouls. Oh, that pass somehow slipped in to Barry Wallace, and Wallace has 8 points.
Great finish by Wallace, but in terms of that pass, definitely the most impressive part of Destiny Jackson's game so far in her college career has been her passing.
Yeah, she's 5th in the Big Ten in assists per game. That was her first one today. 3-point ball game. Rice over to Jaquez. Drives to the baseline. Got fouled. Vasconcelos got her on the arm.
Really inopportune time for a foul right there. The crowd's getting behind your team. You're looking for a good defensive possession, and yeah, it did look like Vasconcelos got her right on her arm. Good take by Jaquez.
Jaquez, already a third trip to the free throw line. She's now 4 of 5 at the line.
Yeah, most definitely a player that will make you pay if you send her to that charity stripe.
Playing in her 128th career game, her 62nd start. Even played for some UCLA softball in the NCAA tournament a couple of years ago because of her speed. Jackson, Parchment down the baseline to the rim, and she'll go to the line. Parchment showing no fear right now when you don't have Lauren Betts in there, and you got Dugalich as the big down low for the Bruins.
Yeah, and that transforms everything for both sides. Obviously for the Bruins, it changes how they want to line up and match up defensively. But for Illinois, that gives them an opportunity to actually attack the basket, something they can't do that well with 6'7" Lauren Betts down there.
Parchment, an 82% free throw shooter. At 25 points on 10 of 17 shooting, double-double with 11 rebounds at Nebraska. She has scored in double figures 11 times and 15 or more 5 times here in her freshman season.
Yeah, Parchment has been fantastic, and something that Shauna Green has stressed is that she's still listening, learning, watching film, and continuing to grow week in and week out.
Back to a 3-point game. Ledger Walker reverses it up and in. Charlize Ledger Walker, the all-time leading scorer in Washington State history, tore her ACL in January of 2024, missed all of last year. And now you got an all Pac-12 player now in the UCLA starting lineup in her final year of eligibility. Shot bounces out for Wallace, kept alive by Vasconcelos, but Sienna Betts gets the rebound.
I would expect Sienna Betts to have a pretty big role right now in her sister's absence.
Tough take by Jaquez, draws another foul. And Jaquez will shoot free throws 7 and 8 already for her.
Foul on Illinois, number 2, Destiny Jackson.
It just feels like a lot of fouls so far for Illinois. Maybe not playing as clean as they would like to. It's hard with a very, very skilled team in UCLA continuously attacking the cup.
9 fouls called on Illinois so far. Both Guyton and Brown Hager have 2. As Jaquez makes 2 more. She has a game-high 9 points. As Corey Close in her 15th year as UCLA's head coach, a winning percentage of .702. Coming into today's game, got to the Final Four for the first time last season in program history. And trying to go one step further this year. 3 from the corner, missed by Weber. And a loose ball foul is going to be whistled on UCLA. Might be the second on Neepkins.
It's a great rebound right there by Parchment. Happened to be right in the right spot. Stayed disciplined and was just able to go over and up over Neepkins.
So Illinois now with 7 offensive rebounds, but they're still only at 1 second chance point. Weber trying to change that. And she doesn't. Somehow, that ball stayed out. Jaquez bounces off of Jackson. Sienna Betts turns against Vasconcelos. Rice now around the screen. Slips it underneath. Wide open lay-in for Sienna Betts.
Seemed like a little miscommunication there between Vasconcelos and Parchment. Both of them ended up getting caught onto the on-ball player, and they let the Bruins get that easy bucket.
6-0 run for UCLA, and they're back up by 9. Jackson got bumped, throws it up, and will go to the free throw line.
She does a really good job at fighting through contact. No matter what's thrown her way, Destiny Jackson is almost always able to at least get a shot up.
Dugalich is going to come back on for UCLA, and for the first time today, going to see freshman Naomi Benson for Illinois, 6'2", from Streetsboro, Ohio. She's played in 12 games and only has played 3 minutes per game.
Yeah, she's only played in spots, but recently when Coach Green met with the media, she's a player that said she thinks the sky is the limit for her and is really excited to see how she keeps developing. Alluded to the fact that she'd get a chance to play here tonight.
Jackson, 84% free throw shooter, and again, Illinois as a team, 83% leads the nation. 2025 Illinois Gatorade Player of the Year and Illinois Miss Basketball from Chicago. 31-24 UCLA.
I think if you're a Bruins fan, you'd really like to see Kiki Rice get going here in the second quarter, still hunting for her first basket.
Sienna Betts, she's up to 8 points on the evening, and she's already nearing her 4th double-figure game this season.
Talk about a remarkable high school career for Sienna Betts. She came into college off 3 straight Gatorade Player of the Year for Colorado.
Barry Wallace misses the 3, offensive rebound, Benson. And they're calling an offensive foul on Benson as she went up with it.
Offensive foul, number 21, Naomi Benson, her first.
That started as the exact way for a young player to start carving out a spot in the rotation. Fighting for an offensive rebound like that is huge. Unfortunately, a little too much contact right there down low to retain possession.
Saw the note there, Illinois has been called for 10 fouls. UCLA has been called for 7, so it's not, the number isn't that far off. Dugalich got free, and UCLA has its largest lead of the game now at 11.
Really impressed by Dugalich's game. She's looked pretty confident down there in the post, putting up shots.
We haven't seen Lauren Betts since the final 90 seconds or so of the first quarter, when she got the second foul, then the technical foul for her third. Jackson missed it off the glass, outlet ahead to Rice. She'll circle it out. Ledger Walker's pass down low goes off of Dugalich. And UCLA will have their fourth turnover, but they've all been dead ball turnovers.
And that's an uncharacteristic turnover for Ledger Walker. She usually is so poised and disciplined with the ball in her hands. A great playmaker at that.
About to hit the midway point of the second quarter. Jackson. Parchment hands it off to Weber. Vasconcellos setting the screen for Jackson. Has Sienna Betts on her. Now they switch Dugalich. Baseline cut. Parchment, late whistle, will go to the line after we come back from a timeout. Sierra Parchment.
Point, but yeah, she is stepping up huge, especially being a big presence down low in the post.
Sierra Parchment will be at the line where she's already 2 for 2 today. 4 points, 3 rebounds in this ball game. She'll be in there with Weber, Jackson, Wallace, and Vasconcellos. Set the UCLA lineup here as Sienna Betts gets the rebound. Jaquez, Dugalich, Rice, and Lena Bilic is into the game for the Bruins for the first time today. Rice off the Betts screen, takes Vasconcellos outside, misses the three short, and Wallace with the rebound. Weber over the top, and pass got deflected and stolen in the corner. Getting to it was Bilic.
Didn't work out, but I think it's really encouraging to see that Illinois is trying to get the transition going and start up fast possessions.
And that'll be a chance for 3 points for Dugalich.
And we keep seeing it here tonight. She's able to fight through contact. Right here, 2 players right up on her, finishes the and one and heads to the line for a chance for another 3rd point.
She's a player who's made 66 starts in her UCLA career, but told her coach that she does not care about coming off the bench. But she's still trusted in big moments. Ability to guard multiple positions, and really a 3-level scorer. We've seen her shoot the 3 so far today, but we've seen her score in the paint.
Yeah, and I think that's really impressive to see kind of the humility in that as a college athlete, being willing to kind of give up maybe a role as maybe a starter, be willing to come off the bench and still shine on a great team.
They leave Weber alone. Can't make them pay, and Sienna Betts taps the rebound to herself, her 4th rebound. Largest lead of the game right now for the Bruins, up by 13. Dugalich against Parchment. I think Parchment got a piece of it. Rice gets the loose ball and lays it up and in. First basket today for Kiki Rice.
Was not expecting Rice's first basket to come so late into the ball game, but still very encouraging to see her get on the board there.
Jackson a quick miss. Up ahead, Bilic for 3. Karam's out. Dugalich had the rebound and then knocked away by the Illini. See, the rebounding is even. Illinois is +4 on the offensive glass, but second chance points are 4-1 in favor of UCLA. Bruins trying to add to that. Jaquez. Bilic misses another 3. Parchment able to grab the rebound.
It's a great pass right there by Jaquez. Obviously didn't work out. Good job by Parchment staying strong down low.
Weber swatted by Dugalich, but they'll call her for her 2nd foul.
Foul on UCLA, number 32.
See Illinois trying to get up ahead of the UCLA defense a little more often right now.
Yeah, and I think that's a smart idea. If you're able to try and turn easy transition possessions into points, that's a good way to try and cut down this 15-point deficit.
Ledger Walker will check back in, replacing Dugalich.
Maddie Weber at the line, shooting 2.
See, Weber's played every game off the bench except for 1. 24 minutes a game, over 11 points. 44% from three-point range. And good free throw shooter as well at 74%. Transfer from Villanova, second team all Big East player there. 2 for 2 at the line. She shot 31% from three last year. She's at 44% this season.
Yeah, huge jump, and I feel like that's an indication that kind of shows you what it looks like when you have great playmakers on your team, but also she's definitely put in the work.
And Sienna Betts is now at double figures for the fourth time in her career. She's 5 of 6 from the field. Her career high is 14, and she's got 10 here in the first half, and probably no one prouder on the bench than her sister, who's probably still a little upset that she's got 3 fouls, but sees her team up by 15 nonetheless. And Sienna with another rebound, her 6th. Well, they leave her alone. She'll cross over, kick it out. Trying to set something up with Rice. Jaquez, that quick burst to the hoop. Can't finish with the right hand, though. Weber will push. But it's 2 on 3. Trying to get around Betts. And she got a piece of it, Sienna did, it looked like.
Good defense right there by Sienna Betts. Able to stay with the much quicker player in Maddie Weber. Still remain down low and have a great defensive possession.
UCLA, 3rd in the country in field goal percentage, 3rd in three-point percentage, 7th in scoring. And they've got 42 points here in the first half.
Offensive
With
foul, number 5,
Lauren
Charlie
Betts
Spencer
only
Walker,
playing
her
4
first.
minutes in this game and scoring 5 points. And their next highest scorer on the year is Kiki Rice, and she only has 2 points in the game.
Yeah, and I think that really just goes to show how deep and how many good, talented players this UCLA squad has. When you have the depth like that, you're certainly set up for a deep run in the postseason tournament.
Weber. And the Vasconcelos pass to her got knocked away. Here comes Rice. Neepkins had it poked away. It'll be UCLA ball. And again, it's important to note for Illinois, Gretchen Dolan out for her 4th game. Someone averaging 13, almost 14 points a game. So some of the freshmen on this team a bit shaken playing without her the last couple of games, trying to find their way again. As now Illinois forces a turnover.
2 straight good defensive plays right there. Obviously forced a turnover on the last one, but on the previous one, Maddie Weber did a really good job of sticking with the play at hand. She got beat a little bit, but stuck with it and was able to poke the ball free and ultimately lead to that later turnover.
Jackson, less than a minute to go here in the first half. Parchment steps to her left, setting it up with Vasconcelos, and it spins over the rim and in.
Wow, that was a really impressive finish right there by Parchment. It looked like Sienna Betts was all up in her grill, but nonetheless, she was able to find the bottom of the basket.
Illinois would love to get a stop here and a bucket to end the half. And a little momentum. Sienna Betts, the step back off the back iron. Jaquez free for the rebound. Will get tied up eventually. It'll stay Bruin ball with 16 on the shot clock.
It looked to me like maybe the Illini should have had that rebound to begin with, but nonetheless, a really good job sticking with the possession and making sure that they didn't walk away without at least forcing a jump ball.
UCLA is shooting 54% in the game. They have not made a 3. Illinois is 28%, and they're 2 of 7 from 3. Neepkins, and so much for that. There's the first 3-pointer of the game for the Bruins.
Right on cue, and she is a player that is one of the most impressive shooters on the floor, and honestly, for both teams.
Jackson at the buzzer will spin it in. So that'll send this game to the locker room with a 14.
Without one of your senior leaders in Dolan, that just makes it even harder.
45-31 UCLA on top as the third quarter gets underway. Barry Wallace puts up a 14-footer, air ball, Parchment, though, with the catch and the lay-in. So Parchment now with 9. That's a 12-point game. Illinois got the final bucket before the half, so that's now 4 in a row after being down by 16. Lauren Betts back in with 3 fouls. First shot, air ball. No touch by Illinois. It'll be Illinois basketball. Let's now check in with Ella Peterson, who had a chance to talk with Illinois head coach Shauna Green.
Yeah, Shauna Green was really complimentary of the Illinois defense with their 8 offensive rebounds versus UCLA's 5 offensive rebounds. So keep that pressure on defense. When you're looking offensively, she acknowledges that UCLA, they're long, hard to shoot over, so they need to keep getting solid looks off. And when I asked her about this crowd here, this Orange Crush, she said it is way better to be in the State Farm Center than out in UCLA, and that they've been great and added so much momentum into this game.
Great stuff. Thank you so much, Ella. As Destiny Jackson banks it in. Good start to the second half for Illinois. They're within 10.
I've been so impressed with Destiny Jackson, her ability to get to the hoop. That jump stop right there was so smooth, and there was nothing that any of the Bruins could do to stop it.
Betts against Vasconcelos, flips it up and in. The fans behind that hoop want another foul on Lauren Betts as her elbow came up a little high, but it's hard to help that when you stand 6'7".
That's a good point. She's immediately showing what kind of impact she can have when she's on the floor. Quick bucket.
Although she battles with the 6'7" Letty Vasconcelos and misses that shot. Ledger Walker to Neepkins. Too strong. Betts trying to go get the rebound over the top of Parchment. And now Parchment has it.
You saw right there, 3 Illini players had their hands on the ball before they grabbed down that rebound. Good job by all of them to stick with it.
Strong take by Ciara Parchment. She's in double figures for the 12th time this season with 11.
Going straight at the 6'7" Lauren Betts, and Parchment is able to finish over the taller defender.
But you can see here, if you get up ahead of the defense, if you're UCLA with someone like Lauren Betts, look at the position she can get and now go to the free throw line.
Yeah, it's hard, especially in the transition game for Vasconcelos, to be able to beat her down there. Looked like Brown Hager had a bit of a hand in there as well.
Betts now with 3 points already here in the third quarter, 8 for the game, 3 of 8 from the field. Goes 2 for 2. This UCLA team may end up with 6 players that get drafted in the first round of the WNBA draft. That is the talent that they have up and down the roster. Obviously led by Lauren Betts. First team All-American National Defensive Player of the Year. Jackson. She'll draw a foul on Kiki Rice.
Yeah, and that's another good take by Jackson. I've been saying it all night long. She's doing a really good job at continuously attacking the rim, something that we're not seeing a ton of from a lot of other Illini players.
Jackson looking to break into double figures now with 8 points on the evening. Drawing that call on Rice. First foul on Rice. Jackson 5th in the Big Ten with 4.8 assists per game. She's had 5 or more assists in 10 of 20 games this year, including a couple of 9 assist performances. And tickles the twine a couple of times there, and she's got 10 points overall. 10-point game again. Rice behind the Betts screen. 17-footer is pure.
She's another player who's just so smooth with the ball in her hands. You saw that little step-back jumper, nothing but net. She could do that all game long if she wanted.
Corey Close credits Kiki has elevated UCLA's culture. And she says that other players see how hard Rice has worked and want to emulate her and match her, and that has, again, raised the level of this program. Parchment for 3, buries it. Ciara Parchment, 41% from distance, now at 14 points on the day.
And that's what the playmaking ability of Destiny Jackson can do for you. Lead to wide open three-pointers like that.
Betts against Vasconcelos, out to Ledger Walker. Now the handoff. Ledger Walker off 1 foot, short. Betts the rebound and got tied up It'll still be UCLA basketball, but Illinois there at least not letting Lauren Betts get an easy putback off of her offensive rebound.
Yeah, and that's something that Barry Wallace does so well. She doesn't give up on plays. She's always diving after loose balls. Doesn't matter if she's going against a 6'7" player. She's still going to fight for the ball.
Shauna Green looks on. In her fourth, a loose ball foul on UCLA. On Dugalich.
Yeah, looked like Dugalich just gave Destiny Jackson a bit of a shove in the back right there while she was standing under there trying to get that rebound.
So this lead was as many as 16 right before halftime at 45-29. The Illini got the final bucket right before halftime. Jackson on the drive before the buzzer. And now outscoring UCLA 11-6 here in the third. Scott Sudikoff, Cooper O'Kelly, Ella Peterson here with you for this one on Big Ten Plus. There's Parchment. Pull up. Got it to go. Parchment is heating up. She's got 9 points already here in the quarter, 16 for the game, and it's a 7-point affair. Betts against the newly inserted Haven Smith, no good. And then Sienna Betts was held by Parchment, her second foul.
Starting to get a little bit louder here in the State Farm Center. The crowd is really noticing that their team is starting to chip away at this lead.
Called a foul on Parchment on the floor. Sienna with 10 points, 6 rebounds, 5 of 7 from the field in the first half. The pass to Lauren Betts from Rice got tipped and stolen by Brown Hager. It's the 7th UCLA turnover, and I'm pretty sure the first live ball turnover that there's been.
It's a great job by Brown Hager right there, able to buy her team a possession when they need it most.
Jackson, no chance. Lauren Betts, the block shot. I think Jackson probably realized that as well at the last moment, but nothing more she could do. Trying to go high-low, Betts to Betts, and the pass got knocked away. Back-to-back turnovers from the Bruins.
Right here, the Illini need to capitalize off of some of this momentum.
They have 9 points off the previous 7 UCLA turnovers. Wallace, watched by Jaquez. Smith setting the screen. Jaquez fights through. Betts helps. Shot clock at 3. Jackson over Rice. Banks it in. Destiny Jackson with 12. It's a 5-point game. Timeout UCLA as this crowd teams come in tied for 3rd and 23rd in the Big Ten in the nation, respectively in turnovers per game. Lauren Betts against Vasconcelos. Fading. Back rim no good. Rebound by Parchment. Jackson, Wallace, and Brown Hager, the others on the floor for the Illini. Illinois once had a lead in this game early of 5-2. We're down by 16 in the final minute of the first half. Wallace against Ledger Walker over the top, and it bounces out. Rebound Jaquez.
Unfortunate break right there, but I do think that the aggressiveness from Barry Wallace is going to be something that the Illini are going to want to lean on. She's a very capable scorer, and you'd like to see her get going in the second half.
This is the closest it's been since about a minute and a half into the second quarter when UCLA had a 5-point lead. Lauren Betts will go to the free throw line.
Credit to Lauren Betts. It seems like she's been fighting through a lot of contact so far in this third quarter. Obviously, that one ended up getting called, but it seems like even sometimes she's fighting through contact that the officials don't pick up on.
It's the 3rd foul on Vasconcelos, making her first career start today. Vasconcelos, of course, the tallest player in Illinois program history. As Betts now joins her sister with 10. Stays a 6-point lead. Vasconcelos rips away the rebound. Ledger Walker watching Jackson. Parchment. Now Vasconcelos to Brown Hager. 10 on the timer. Late into some action here, 5 to shoot. Jackson off the dribble. Parchment launches the three. Wide left and a bit strong. Wallace fighting for the rebound. Ledger Walker comes away with it.
You like to see two Illini players hit the floor right there if you're cheering for them. But unfortunately, UCLA is still able to come away with it.
Sienna Betts is called for the ward-off and the offensive foul, and Corey Close is apoplectic with that call.
Yeah, she did not agree with that one. Got very animated here on this sideline. But really a good defensive possession right there from Parchment, able to set her feet in time to get the charge called.
That's the first foul on Sienna. Brown Hager. Guarded by Neepkins. Down the baseline. Can't score it. Offensive rebound. Wallace blocked by Lauren Betts.
It's a good job by Barry Wallace. Still trying to fight for that rebound. Just really going to be difficult to get a putback opportunity against these UCLA post players.
That was a 10th offensive rebound for Illinois. It's still only now 3 second chance points, and Vasconcelos had a handle of the jersey there, looked like. And that's her 4th foul. It'll be an under out of bounds for the Bruins.
And for Illinois, number 25, Haven Smith.
I would imagine the Bruins are going to go straight back to Lauren Betts here, as she might try and pick on her new defensive assignment in Haven Smith.
Dugalich into the game, enters it for Lauren Betts. Against Smith, as Cooper talked about, and takes her to school.
Yeah, and it's hard. Only a sophomore getting tossed in there to play up against an All-American. It's tough.
Haven Smith is listed at 6'6". Lauren Betts, of course, listed at 6'7", but the size differential seems bigger than that. Wallace got Betts in the air, enters it. Smith can't bank it in. Hawkes the rebound. 8-point UCLA lead. Their closest Big Ten game this year was a 7-point win at Ohio State. As Betts misses. Smith had the rebound. Final minute and change of the third quarter. Jackson. Parchment. Catch, shoot, three. You betcha. Parchment now with 19.
Very timely bucket right there. It seemed like the Illini offense had been searching for a little bit of an answer, and Parchment gives it to them.
Let's see if UCLA can answer. Dugalich. Smith got in front of Betts, and now the entry. 10 to shoot. Puts it to the floor. The other side, and the soft finish for Lauren Betts with 14 points, 9 here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's just so hard to stick with her, especially with her ability and reach to go up and under the basket like that.
Parchment leading the way for Illinois with 19 points and 7 rebounds. And now Lauren Betts leading the way for the Bruins with 14 points. Shot clock, game clock, about 3 seconds difference. Brown Hager with 3 to shoot. Needs help. Pass deflected. And that should be a shot clock violation as UCLA never got possession with 1.9 left to go.
And that's unfortunate for Illinois right there because it seemed like they're trying to hold on to the ball. They're trying to get that last shot. They didn't want UCLA to get an opportunity at it. Obviously a bit of miscommunication there resulting in that shot clock violation.
First turnover of the third quarter for Illinois. A steal at half court, launched up and a bit short. Illinois will get the ball. It's 49 UCLA as the fourth quarter begins. A little flare for Wallace. Smith the screen, Wallace the pull-up. It may have been partially deflected by Betts. Brought ahead by Dugalich. Betts guarded by Wallace. Finds the cutter. Dugalich scores it. And a blocking foul.
Yeah, it just seemed like Destiny Jackson just kind of got caught in a rough moment right there. Was not able to fully slow down her momentum quite in time before Dugalich went up for that shot.
Dugalich shooting 2.
Second foul on Jackson. Dugalich now with 9 points. And now 10. The third Bruin in double figures, joining Lauren and Sienna Betts with 14 and 10 respectively.
And I think she's had a very efficient night as well, which has really made a difference.
4 of 6 from the field. Wallace forced to give it to Parchment. Parchment lost her footing. Wallace misses the 3, and Parchment a little limp in her step up the floor, but appears to be okay. Jaquez doubled. Lauren Betts, who now has attempted 2 3-pointers in her UCLA career with 2 attempts this season. Deepkins with 8 on the shot clock against the smaller Wallace. Off the front iron against the smaller Jackson, I should say, and Jackson gets the rebound. UCLA, the only 3 points of the fourth quarter. Wallace trying to skip it. Parchment goes after it. He's going to save it inbounds, and the tie-up will give the basketball to UCLA.
That's great defense by Dugalich right there. If she was not able to get her hand up in time, that would have almost certainly resulted in another catch-and-shoot 3 from Parchment. Really impressive play as an off-ball defender right there.
UCLA with 34 points in the paint to Illinois' 18. Illinois has made 4 of 11 threes. UCLA has only attempted 7 3-pointers in the game. They attempt a little more than 21 per game normally. Vasconcelos back in with 4 fouls. Lauren Betts can't scoop it home. Tapped out, and the rebound for Jaquez. Jaquez attacks, and she scores. Jaquez now with 11 points, and that was her 8th rebound of the game.
Good job by the Bruins right there, able to capitalize on the offensive rebound, something we've been talking about all night here.
5 in a row to begin the fourth, and the lead is swelled back up to 12. Vasconcelos halfway down and out. Lauren Betts with her 5th rebound. Here comes Kiki Rice. Jaquez wide open for 3. Too strong. On the run, picked up by Maddie Weber. Weber streaks to the hoop, reverses against Betts, missed it. Jackson swatted from behind by Jaquez.
Great defensive play and discipline by Jaquez.
Deepkins back out to Jaquez. Rice open, won't take it. Goes to Dugalich instead. Spins to the baseline, kisses it home, and UCLA rolling now with 7 straight to begin the fourth quarter, and the lead is back up to 14.
Yeah, just a really impressive stretch right here by the Bruins, and it really feels like it hasn't just been one player. It's been multiple different options attacking.
Parchment fouled by Dugalich, who will pick up her 4th.
On the Bruins, number 32, Angela Dugalich, her 4th, team's 1st. Coming in for the Bruins, number 16, Sienna Betts.
Sienna Betts has returned for the Bruins. Jackson lofts it over to Parchment. Ducks the shoulder, now fades and hits. Ciara Parchment with her 3rd career 20-plus point game, now up to 21 tonight.
And I feel like a lot of those points have really come at a time where the Illini need them the most. Need that momentum to get picked up again like it was at the start of the 3rd.
Betts with position inside that semicircle, and not much you can do to stop her once she's there.
No, and her footwork is honestly one of the more impressive parts of her game. Just is able to dip and dunk anywhere she wants to around the rim.
Betts now with 16, 11 in the second half. And she only played 4 minutes in the first half. The step back, and Parchment the 3.
Parchment is doing everything she can to try and keep her team back in this ball game, and like I said earlier, she really is attacking from all 3 levels. We saw another 3-pointer there. Great night shooting the basketball.
9 of 12 from the field, and Vasconcelos just fouled out of the ball game. Letty Vasconcelos making her first career start. Obviously put in there to deal with the size, help deal with the size of Lauren Betts. Plays 22 minutes, 2 points, 5 rebounds, and assists. And fouling out now.
And it's going to be interesting to see how the Illini attack this new matchup with Benson taking on Betts. I would imagine they're going to lean on some double teams here, but we'll have to wait and see.
That was the second team foul on Illinois, and now the third team foul. See Vasconcelos on the sideline there. Benson, her second foul. Inbound to Neepkins. Makes the pass to Ledger Walker. The crowd wanted to travel. And some might now be saying ball don't lie as the Jackson pass to Weber for 2.
Especially in transition, that duo of Jackson and Weber is so impressive. The playmaking ability of Jackson and the pure speed of Weber working to perfection right there.
Again, UCLA, 1 loss on the season. It came to number 4 Texas. And their closest Big Ten win was 82-75 at Ohio State. Illinois hanging real tough. An air ball from Neepkins, loose ball. Jaquez got rolled up on. And they're going to call the foul on Parchment, I believe, as she fell into Jaquez, who they would have had a better chance if they could have converted more. Still just a 9-point game. Betts against Benson. They dig down and double with Jackson, but they'll call a foul, I think, first on Benson.
It's going to be rough here for the rest of this ball game to see kind of how Illinois is able to game plan and scheme up against Lauren Betts. I'm not sure what they're going to continue doing. I expect seeing a lot more of those double teams like I touched on a little bit earlier, but Benson certainly seems to have her hands full.
4 of 5 at the line today, now 5 of 6. 17 points for Lauren Betts. He's also grabbed 5 rebounds and has blocked 2 shots and has not picked up that 4th foul after getting 2 fouls and a technical for her 3rd in just 4 minutes played in the first quarter. Eleven-point game again. Benson hands off to Weber. Betts switches on her. Jackson calls something out with 10 to shoot. Crosses over by Neepkins. Can't get it to go, but she was fouled. And Destiny Jackson will shoot a pair.
She does a really good job at attracting contact like that. She's not afraid to attack the rim no matter if people are there. And it seems like she's always finding a way to get contact and head to the free throw line. Impressive for such a young player.
True freshman has 12 points today, her 6th double-figure game of the season. Has dished out 4 assists and has the free throws spin out. Illinois as a team today, 13 of 17 at the line. UCLA 18 of 20. So the best free throw shooting team in the country. Illinois being outshot by UCLA, but UCLA shoots 77% and they're inside the top 25. So they're nothing to sneeze at when it comes to free throw shooting. 67-57. Rice over to Jaquez. Over the top, Betts rolls out, got it back, missed it again, got it back again, missed it again, but fouled on the 3rd time. And she's frustrated. She just wants the bucket before any of the fouls are called.
There's been a real change in how this game feels defensively since Vasconcelos went out. It's been a pretty big adjustment for Illinois to try and fight through that. Looks like Haven Smith is going to check in. I expect her to go back onto Betts. We'll see how that fares.
I think part of the key here for Illinois would be to pressure the ball more to not allow them to make such clean passes to Betts. As she misses the first of 2 free throws. Lauren Betts here's the chance and denies the fans Nuggets. 19 points for Lauren Betts. Weber up ahead, 3 in the air, it's good.
Good find right there from Destiny Jackson. It just looked like the Bruins defense was not ready in time to get ready to play defense, leaving Weber wide open.
Ledger Walker trying to go back to Betts, skips it over to Rice. Now they enter it. Smith down there guarding her now to the baseline. And that's easy money. 21 now for Lauren Betts, her 6th 20-plus point game of the season.
Yeah, she is so impressive, and you can watch while she's down there in the post, weighing whether to kick it out or go up for the basket. Saw that she wasn't getting doubled and ended up finishing it for a good, easy 2.
Weber, another 3, this time too strong. Ledger Walker saves it in bounds. And UCLA could take this under 3 minutes to play. They are set up for a date with number 8 Iowa this coming Sunday at Pauley Pavilion in LA, as Parchment comes away with the turnover to the hoop. Ciara Parchment now a career-high 26, keeping Illinois in this one, 70-62. And a timeout called by UCLA, I believe. And I mentioned the Bruins will be playing Iowa in their next game, the battle of the 2 unbeaten teams as it currently stands in the Big Ten. But Iowa does play USC tomorrow night. And you can see Sunday, that game on Fox against the Hawkeyes, Rutgers, and then another tough stretch with games at Michigan and Michigan State. Meanwhile, Illinois, they get number 25 Washington and Oregon on the road coming up. And Washington right now is locked in a battle at number 16 Maryland. The Terps lead by 3 with 23 seconds left in that game. Some of you may be doing a picture-in-picture on Big Ten Plus with that game. Pressure from the Illini full court. Trying to force another couple of turnovers. UCLA has 12 turnovers. Illinois has 9. Illinois came into the day 11-0 this season when they win the turnover battle. Rice off the Betts screen. It's been mostly quiet scoring. Ledger Walker, short, Betts catches and puts it up and in with a 1/10 of a second at least, it looked like, to score that. But the officials will stop and they will look. But I think that basket's going to count for Lauren Betts, and that's a tough break.
Previous made basket is under review.
It looked like she just got that off. And you have the 1/10 of a second on the shot clock here at the State Farm Center.
Made basket is confirmed.
And you can see it on that replay.
That's got to be a deflating defensive possession right there for Illinois. We're able to stick with it on defense, on the perimeter, forced a pretty unadvised shot right there from behind the arc. Just were not able to finish it out right there.
29.8 seconds of defense there. And then Betts with the offensive rebound put back. Jackson kicks it out. Weber for Wallace for 3. Illinois now is knocked down. 7 3-pointers, 7-point game. Some pressure here. Ledger Walker dribbles into trouble, and they're going to call it over and back. Turnover UCLA. It'll be Illini basketball.
Absolutely suffocating defense right there from Illinois. That's what you want to do if you're trying to close in on a lead. You got to dial up the pressure, especially in the half court.
I think even before this, I think Ledger Walker may have stepped on the half-court line, but she dribbled into a real tough spot. double team and then also really triple team because she had the half court line defending her as well.
Yeah, and especially with two very, very skilled perimeter defenders in Jackson and Brown Haggard right there, I agree. Totally difficult situation to dribble into.
Illinois down by 7. Minute 38 to go. Jackson will skip it. Weber, step back, 3. No good. Betts the rebound. That would have gotten Illinois within 4 for the first time since there was 8:35 left in the second quarter.
On the line, number 30, Sierra Parchment, her 4th.
And now Parchment, her 4th foul. Free throws the other way for UCLA. That would have been obviously a gigantic 3 if it falls for Maddie Weber.
Yeah, it would have been. I still think at the end of the day that's a good possession on defense by UCLA, even though it resulted in Weber getting a shot. It was still a step back 3 that's hard to come by.
Kiki Rice, 90% free throw shooter. Her 5th point of the game there. 5 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists for Rice. 2 for 2 at the line. Lead is 9 again with a minute 23. Jackson trying to find some space against Betts. The nice hesitation and able to loft it over the top of Betts. 15 points now for Destiny Jackson. She's 3 points shy of her career high. Ledger Walker back to Neepkins, lays it up and in.
Good press break right there from the Bruins. Brown Haggard almost able to come away with the come from behind block right there, but to no avail.
Neepkins becomes the 5th Bruin in double figures. Jackson again will loft it out this time to Brown Haggard. Wallace lost her footing, knocked away by Dugalich. Illinois running out of time. Jackson the pull up, no. Rebound by Rice, and I think Parchment just fouled out after a career game for her.
Foul in Illinois, number 30,
Parchment will foul out.
her 5th.
26 points on 10 of 13 shooting, 7 rebounds in 39 minutes and 25 seconds of action today. She never came out of this ball game until forced to right now.
Yeah, and the State Farm Center crowd gave her a really nice acknowledgement right there. Standing ovation for the freshman who it really seems like left it all on the line.
And Kiki Rice looking to put this one away at the charity stripe. Talked a little about her off the top. Battling a shoulder injury the last couple of years. Still, though, a 2-time honorable mention All-American. And gets her own rebound. And got to put a cherry on top of this winning Sunday. Kiki Rice to the line for another free throw.
And that's a bit of a killer right there for Illinois. You were able to get away with a rare miss at the free throw line from Rice, and still she finds a way to get that rebound and convert for an and one opportunity.
And now with this free throw, she can become the 6th Bruin in double figures today. See Parchment fouling out with her career high 26 points. 80-67. This is one of those games, maybe the final score will not indicate how close it really was. 13-point UCLA lead. And assuming Iowa takes care of business tomorrow night at USC, you're going to have the 10-0 Bruins and the 10-0 Hawkeyes meet up in Los Angeles on Sunday on a prime game on Fox to see which team remains undefeated in Big Ten play. The number 2 team in the country, UCLA,
Chúng ta nằm 6 tờ 7 tờ 8